Was his appointment a risk?
Well, as I said at the outset, I wanted to bring as many strands of political views together in the new Council of Ministers. I wanted a fresh start after the debilitating confrontation which existed for the whole of the previous 5 years. We are in very, very challenging times, and I felt it was very important that I reached out and gave olive branches to as many different individual views as possible, so I could construct a Council of Ministers which was truly representative of a wide spectrum of differing views within Tynwald, which I had hoped then would work together to find solutions to many of the problems facing us. It was a risk. Mr. Karran himself recognised it risk because it was a step away from the position he's adopted over the last 5 years. He also has the responsibility of being leader of a political party and is therefore answerable to his own members as well. But it was a risk I felt that was worth taking at the time in the pursuit of national consolidation of views and a consensus approach to government.
Are we left with a position where we no longer have a government of national unity?
No, I don't think so. I believe I have done my absolute utmost to hold the if you want to call it a coalition together over the last 9 months. In the main, it has worked very well together. They've been very supportive, very constructive, and I intend to continue to pursue that route. I'm very disappointed that Mr. Karran has left me in this situation, and really it's very much down to Mr. Karran now as to how he decides to pursue his politics over the next 4 years. No doubt he has his reasons for putting party before country, and we will hear a lot more about it, I'm sure, in the time ahead.
His voting against this didn't come as a particular surprise to you then yesterday. You'd been forewarned about this.
Yes, as I say, Mr. Karran supported the resolution when it was presented to us in the Council of Ministers, and initially I was confident that he would continue that support right through to the debate. It's only really following the pressure which has been put on him by the leadership of the Liberal Vannon Party to step outside of that agreement and to vote against the resolution. It was only really over the weekend that I found out that from Mr. Karran that he intended, and in fact was instructed by his leadership, to vote against the Pinewood issue. So in that sense, I still had hoped, right up to the vote yesterday, he may have relented and recognised there was a much wider benefit to the party as well as to himself personally to have one of their members as a minister within the Council of Ministers. I had hoped that that might have prevailed, but unfortunately it didn't, and Mr. Karran carried out the instruction from his leadership that he had to vote against.
That makes it a resignation, really, more than a sacking, if you like. He chose to go rather than was pushed.
It was a decision Mr. Karran made fully and was fully aware of the consequences of that decision when it was taken. So it was a decision taken very much with his eyes wide open.
There's lots of new faces in sort of Tynwald, so does that make it will that make your job difficult in finding a replacement for this position?
There are some talented people in Tynwald. Some have varying levels of experience at the moment. We have some very good new members coming in, but I would suspect many of them still need another year or two to sharpen up their political skills. But whoever takes over this role, I'm sure will be very capable and very able to carry out the responsibilities given to them, or her.
Is it a case of finding a replacement for that one department, or are you looking to actually do a cabinet reshuffle?
All the options are open to me at the moment, and I haven't made a decision at all. I've said at the very outset that I would not envisage the whole of the Council of Ministers staying together in its original form for the whole 5 years, as in fact happened in the last 5 years. I've already identified that there will be changes from time to time, but I've not made any decision at all on that. I need a few days just to think about it, to talk to people, and I'll come back with my decision next week.
Have you any objections in principle to appointing ministers from the upper house?
That, I think, it does create a problem. We have some talented people in the Legislative Council. Unfortunately, many of them have not ever faced a public election, and there is, I think, a strong feeling amongst the House of Keys in particular that ministers in future should always come from the House of Keys itself. Now, I'm not ruling out the possibility of considering ministers from LegCo at some point, but I think in the present circumstances, at this time of a new House, it would be wrong to consider ministers from LegCo at this point.